Hey, let's go to Shepard's worst quarters in the game. Wow, aren't they fun? Goodbye. Oh man, one episode down and one more to go, and we still have to talk to everyone downstairs. This is amazing. Okay, so after this, I think we will swing back to the Citadel. Maybe we'll scan a region first. Swing into a side sector? Is that what they are? Sectors? No, solar system, I guess. A sector of solar systems, maybe? Certainly not a different galaxy.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with
Well,
CSEC.
not as much as you. That case was a bit...
What?
We usually get a few
shit.
of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was
Okay, so
harvesting organs
sorry,
from
he started
citizens.
telling a story about a bunch of black market organs popping up on the Citadel real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip that. I thought it was
You've
filler.
seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the cycles. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Why would anyone?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full
40.
set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatened? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out.
You don't offer if you're
I
bleeding
ordered
in
a
like
full
the
exam
police
to
station.
find
They
out what
fix
was
it.
going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body. Some of them fresh.
The fuck?
That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good.
Oh my god.
Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess.
God, imagine
Only
just
on
having
the
a second
inside,
liver
hidden
that's not
so
right
nobody
grow
could see.
inside you.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
The hell?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space stop. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters
Oh,
countermanded
good.
my order.
Garrus on
They were
top.
worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel.
So you track it to the
I told them
relay.
those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it.
They
That's
sent the
thing.
military after him, but he got away just the same.
Of course.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did.
Good.
All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible.
If you don't
for it.
care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're
Yeah.
just a terror.
Maybe you're right. Just wish I could have stopped him.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr.?
I sent out feelers from time to time. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart.
Dr.
His
Hart.
idea of a joke, I guess. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship.
I'll check out the coordinates when I
I was
get a
hoping you'd
chance.
say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go.
Nice. We got the mission. Is there even anything over here? What do these ramps do? Those like launch the Mako ramps? I don't fucking know.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Afraid I did.
Shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for
That
her.
looked instantly.
I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her.
Certainly more than you.
Of course, it could be politics. Alien dip. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Oh my
Did
god.
your father
so
serve
much
with the
talking.
fleet?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna throw a
Took any
fit if I
crap
don't skip
posting
it.
you could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't
You
mentioned...
must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister?
Yeah,
Sounds like-
I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where
I
did you
can
grow
totally
up?
believe that.
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command. I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
You're lucky to have a close family.
Sorry, I forgot about your family.
Or lack thereof.
Oof.
Relax, Williams. I've dealt with it.
Ask me to
Jesus,
clear a
that's
bunker of
cold.
armed hostiles? No problem. Dealing with the foot in my mouth? Not so good with that. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story.
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did. Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her
I
to
have a
relax.
friend named Lynn.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet
If he
flight.
really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on
Holy
her.
shit.
Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty
You said
pissed
all
off.
of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into.
What the fuck?
They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Marine hand to hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years. Like a day. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't. I wanted to snap him in half, but she kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Fucking nice.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
better.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher.
I didn't even.
When he swung,
I didn't know
she
that.
just... She wasn't there anymore, and
See,
he
that's what I
fell.
wish I could do. God, I wish I could move like
She
that.
helped
That'd
him
be so
stop the
cool.
bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, I'm sorry, and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready, not before.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on the
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
You know what? I'm gonna lose some subscribers, but I'm gonna be honest.
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something?
Well,
I should get back to my duties.
that's a great
Didn't
way
mean
to
take
be.
up so much of your time.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking
It's a fair
forward to
point,
it, Skipper.
too. But I'm not trying to get into anything.
Shepard,
So, you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you're just giving up on your people?
I gave up on fighting for a lost cause. I'm not like you, Shepard. I'm no hero.
Haha.
Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try not to, but there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them.
Like the one we
Half
killed.
the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemy.
How long have you been a merc?
Long enough. I took my first contract right after I left my home system. It's good work if it doesn't kill you.
I get the feeling you enjoy your work.
Sure. You get to see the galaxy on someone else's credits, and most days end with a good fight. I've tried more organized fighting. Private armies. I fight best on my own, or in very small groups. I don't like people relying on me, and I bloody well don't like relying on them.
So long,
It's a
Rex.
very fair attitude. Not saying I completely agree, but certainly when you're in school, you don't want to do group projects because most group members are freaking terrible. Well, the core
Something I
system
can do.
status.
Aye,
It's
aye.
amazing.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my
What
own
own
problems.
problem?
I should go.
See you later.
See you later. Oh man, we have like 15 minutes to actually do a little bit of scouting around. Maybe we could head for Dr. Hart. Dr. Hart. Oh my fucking god. I'm not even going to the requisition officer. I don't really care. And we take the slowest elevator ride in history. Gonna step on that one. No, that one. Couldn't even turn the angle. Alright. Spent about a half hour talking to people on the Normandy. That yawn is not because of that. I really am sorry I skipped part of Dr. Salion. Didn't mean to. And after all that... we didn't check Sparta, did we? Loading screens.
Commander,
Yeah.
urgent message from Alliance.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one.
What do you need,
What?
Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test one of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills.
Are you telling me this computer
We're
is
not
thinking
stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs, we need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core.
Can't you disable it
Our
remotely?
fail-safes aren't responding. We could bomb it from orbit, but I know Spectre's answered the count. The VI controls all the facilities.
Is it on this planet? Treminair? Asteroid cluster. Lithium data disk. Altaya. Oh, wait. Pretty sure I didn't spot anything. Antamalka. Such crazy names. I don't even know what names.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface.
Edulus. Sounds like Edurus. Alsages. Alsages? I don't know. Land on Edulus. Is this where the VI is, or is that might have been the... Sorry. Time to start the new squad. Actually, not yet. Liara's for class quests. Class quests. Rex is for when combat is more likely and less mission critical. Liara is for when Liara is class related dialogue. Alright, what do we got? Oh yeah, squad. Level up my boys. First aid. Damping. 50 damage and 6 use. Let's get him this. Oh wait. Oh shit. Nice. Fuck. Yes. Let's get some hit. Got him some real armor. Hell yeah. That looks stupid. Of course. Map. I always forget you could add the little flags to the map. Lithium. We need to build some AAA batteries. Wow. I can't even make that as a sound. BBXXX. Not an easy. Look at the asteroid. Meteor. Das ist cool. Okay, so we're basically heading north from here. 35 Omni-Gel means that this is a fairly high level one. Holy shit. Shredder rounds? I forget what they do. No. Oh, that's the organic. Sucky. Yeah, I think the Rogue VI is the Earth DLC Bring Out the Sky. Or, no, it's not. Bring Out the Sky. Actually, no. The Rogue VI is on the moon. But Bring Out the Sky is not. I mixed up the two. This is from a while ago. When I first reviewed it. Pretty sure I own all the DLC for Mass Effect 2. I might not. I definitely don't own it all for 3, so I'll look at those Let's Plays. I think 2 I owned all, but 3 I'm probably gonna have to buy a bunch of. I mean, I only played 3 once on launch, so I'm pretty sure I actually need to. I'm gonna need to. Hello. It's a Solarian, mummified Solarian. He doesn't look very mummified. He looks like he's just laying there. Some dude's ID tag. And then I believe our objective, the distress signal, is this one. I'm pretty sure this is part of another mission. Should be right out in the middle there. Oh. That's the transmitter. Yeah, we're gonna run into this again. Come on. There he is. Hi, big guy. Big question. How do Thresher moths, a non-sentient species, get all over the place? Genuine question. Seems kind of unlikely that they just pop up. We could make a similar thing about Sarlacc from Star Wars. At least from my canon. There are multiple Sarlaccs. They actually travel through space and exist in vacuum. Last cannon shot should do it. What the fuck? Oh, what the That was fucking cheap.
I'm on my way. Alliance. Looks like they were.
See, where did their thing come from?
These men were under Admiral Kahuku's command.
Oh, those were the Kahuku boys? Oh, shit. Next level, we'll finish that. Fuck! We're on to 1 point. Much sad face. So now we have a reason to go back to the Citadel. Alright. We don't have much time left. But we finished up this cluster. Artemis Tau. Although I fucking hate how they always... They love to add more things in, which is really local cluster. That's a good one. I already did Hawking, Kepler, Armstrong, Voyager, Hades, Artemis. We'll head back to the Citadel. We'll hop up to Admiral Kahuku and start looking around. See, why can't it just... When you jump into the place with the Citadel, just take me to the Citadel. Don't make me do 2 loading screens just to land on the Citadel. And we brief all the pop-in, all the approach. Always looked so goofy. What is that stuff exactly? Is it just some kind of super adhesive or what? Holy shit. Oh, I can't wait to get on to 2 where the loading times go way down. Hey Joker, what's up? We're coming to talk? Nope. See ya. Let's take Liara just so we can get her levels. Her larvals. So we have level 2 combat, level 1 tech, and level 3
equalizing
biotic.
Interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Why our thing is different from whatever. She doesn't need electronics. Singularity is ridiculously strong. Alright, I'll give her first aid. Let's get her barrier for sure. We want to get her singularity. Warp and singularity are both quite good, actually. A sorry scientist. So she should be our healer for sure. So let's max this out. And then we'll get started on more singularity, because that's a big damage move. Equipment for her. For her, it kind of doesn't matter. She sucks at using everything. As horrible as that is. Hey, that's not bad. That's better. Oops, wrong thing. Let's give her extra shields. I mean, she can use an assault rifle. Recoil dampener and... Chem 3, sure. I don't know what weapon she's gonna pull out in a fight. She also has an Omni tool, but she's never gonna need it.
Log. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo
Oh yeah,
Presley
Rear
has the
Admiral
deck.
Mihailovic.
Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
We weren't told to expect you, sir. I would have prepared a formal greeting.
Spare me the pleasantries. I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. Then the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got...
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our...
You still know what color your blood is? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
The Normandy is a fine ship, sir.
It's a gimmick, Commander. Useless in a stand-up fight. This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills for the same price. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up.
We'd be honored to show
we'll do
it to
this
you,
and then call it a day.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long.
We're here. Won't be long.
Commander, I'm not happy.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
Modified Turian style. They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates, rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship.
Oh my god.
I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
Shut
We can
up.
loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration teams on enemy worlds. Normandy can be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe, maybe. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times they're and we need to talk about your crew. Krogan? Asari? Turian? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals...
Between Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here.
That assumes the hearts and minds are... You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
None, sir.
Very well. I don't agree with any of this, but I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. Good hunting, Commander Shepard.
Alright, well, at least I wasn't totally fucked. Why was I gonna get a grenade? Alright, we're gonna stop here. What did Liara pull? Jesus. Alright, Liara. Go to that. You're untrained in everything. You might as well use that. Because if you look... Oh, she's not untrained in the pistol, but she's untrained in everything. Anyway, until next time, everybody. My name is Timpedia, and we will return with more Mass Effect. But until... Oh, we inspected the hull. Oh, amazing. Until then, my name is Timpedia, and I will inspect the weapons. Just kidding. See you later.